Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Chase Rice today. I'm so happy to see you. I feel like it's been a minute. How are you?
I'm good. We've been grinding. We between shows and this getting ready for this album, it's been a lot, but that's nothing new.
No, nothing new at all. But how's the summer been for you? Anything exciting aside from work?
Yeah, I've been living in my truck. I got a little camper shell. I do it in my Airstream usually, but this year's been a little more challenging.
Okay.
I got nowhere to put anything. I live in this little camper shell in my truck. I've been driving around Montana, Washington, Oregon, Canada. So I've been doing that, and it's been freaking awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is that adjusting? Because I know, like you said, the Airstream has a little more room. How do you pack? What's that like?
It's the minimalist mindset. You gotta man. I mean, anything. If I want to buy this group of dominoes, it's like, all right, well, you got your dominoes now. Where are you going to put them? There's nowhere to put anything in that thing. So it's like, it really changes the way you live.
Totally.
Like, I ain't buying a bunch of bullshit. It's everything that I buy has to have a place. And it's just that minimalist mindset and finding showers, finding rivers you can shower in. And it's changed the game for sure. It's made it harder, but it's been a lot more rewarding for sure.
This whole environment kind of inspired the new project that's coming out, right? Because it was recorded in Colorado, or you wrote in Colorado?
Yeah, I didn't want to do Montana because I knew too many people. Like, I wanted to be somewhere where I don't know anybody.
Okay.
And so we had the Red Rock show last September. It was like, all right, so we're going to go to Rollinsville, Colorado, where we just got an Airbnb cabin. There's a little A-frame cabin out there. It was me, Wyatt McCubbin, and Oscar. And it was just like, all right. And we weren't meaning to write a record, but on the way up, we past a place called the ELDORA Lodge. And I said, Oscar, I don't know what ELDORA is, but we're going to write about it. And we passed ELDORA signs everywhere because ELDORA is actually the name of a town right next to where we were.
Uh-huh.
And ended up writing ELDORA, the song, and wrote 9 songs in 3 days. And it was like, all right, well, now we have a record. Let's not overthink it. We already had 2 songs written. We had those 9 songs, and we wrote one more with Cleto from Flatland here at my farm. And it was like, all right, let's record them in the order that we wrote them and put them on the album, the order that we wrote them. Like, we didn't even change orders or anything. It was just how they were written. We figured out in that cabin, like, recording songs, just me into a phone, was, like, really powerful. So how do we replicate that when we record this record? So we did that up in my upstairs room here at the house. We just me and Oscar most nights. Sometimes Wyatt was there. Either he or I would play, and we just sing it into microphones. So it was like, if there's mistakes, but it's good enough, it's good enough. It's a very human record to make for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. And can you take me into that headspace, like that environment particularly? How did that unlock for you creatively?
Yeah, it's pretty freeing when you're not having to think about we didn't have to think about what are we recording. It's like, no, we got these 12 songs. This is what we're recording. We don't have to think about anything else. That makes it when you all especially write it all at the same time, it's like, that makes it a true album. So that was a freeing thing where we didn't have to think about that. We didn't have to think about, I had to learn the songs really well, obviously, because I'm playing them and singing them at the same time. You got to sing them well because there's no editing of the vocals or anything like that. It was hard to do, but it was also freeing to do because there's just not a whole lot of thought in it. Let's get great at these songs and record them one take, and the best take we get, that's what we're going with.
That is amazing. And how do you personally define Eldora as a mindset for you?
Oh, it's a good question.
Thanks.
It's a hard question. Why are you asking a hard question?
Just doing a good job.
You're too good at your job. Just letting go. I'd say that's the theme of this record, which is cool because it's Just Let Go is one of my favorite Sturgill Simpson songs. That's what it is, just letting go and not thinking about it and not wonder what people are going to like it or not. It's like, it's the best I got right now. So yeah, just completely let go, surrender to the process of writing these songs the way we wrote them. We recorded them, and not a whole lot of thought behind that. Let's put them out and hope people like them.
I know that you walked away from the major label deal. I feel like that's when I first met you, and you're going fully independent now, and that's a big leap for anyone. What was that moment when you knew that you had to make that move, and how did it shape this new project?
It's a lot more freeing. I mean, you get the record labels are, all right, well, we got one single that we're going to put out to radio when it peaks in 9 to 12 months or whatever it takes for most of my songs. That's when we're gonna drop either another single or drop the album. So like, now there's no time frame. It was like, all right, my birthday's September 19th. That's around when I want to release it anyway. It's a Friday. Let's put it out September 19th. And all right, what songs are we putting out beforehand? It's like, well, whatever we want. Let's put out some fun stuff. Like Two Tone Tripping's a fun song. I really want to start playing that live. All right, let's put it out. And you don't have to think about, well, we put it out now, it's gonna be peaking at radio in March. We gotta wait till March. It's just really puts you in a closet of like, man, this is the time frame that we only have. Now it's like, nah, we can do whatever we want, whenever we want.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to talk maybe about like some of the songs specifically. So the first one I kind of want to mention is Circa 1943. I feel like it's such a powerful story, like rooted in your grandparents' names, but imagined through another lens. How do you kind of balance that family inspiration with fictional storytelling as a songwriter?
I wanted to put their name in it. And then I started thinking, well, what's their story? Well, I don't really know how to tell their story. I don't know most of it, to be honest. But I know this is not that, but this is what tells the best story, I think. And whether they lived it or not didn't matter. It was more about somebody lived this. And there's a of people out there that never got to meet their mom or dad because they lost them in the war. And the World War II has just always been a timeline that I've always been intrigued by because it was just such a weird time in the world. And that generation of people they were just badasses. Like, they are the reason that we have what we have today. And I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to sing about it. And that's the story we came up with.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned a little bit about Two Tone Trippin' and how you really like it. Can you tell me more about that process and why it kind of means something special to you?
Yeah, that was a weird one too, because it's like usually you live it and then you
Yeah.
write it. This was
Mhm.
opposite. I've been living in my Airstream, but it wasn't. That was more of a Key West and Colorado song.
Mhm.
This one was Two Tone Trippin'. We just started writing it. And Oscar was like, "Man, Colorado's where two-tone trucks go to die," and he wasn't lying. They're everywhere out there.
Very
And I bought a two-tone truck a few months before that writing trip, and so we wrote that song. And now I'm living the experience. I'm in that two-tone or different two-tone truck, but just me and my dog rolling around out west, and we're going everywhere. I'm sleeping on rivers. I'm sleeping on tops of mountains. Waking up, just like, wow, this is where I want to be. So I love it out west, and it's really that song took me out west in a different way. Like I said, no showers or anything like that, but Jack enjoys it. I think he usually gets down off the bed and sleeps on the floor because it's cooler. But yeah, we're living a weird life, but it's a fun one.
And which track do you feel felt the hardest to write or maybe the most necessary for you to write?
Hardest would have been Eldora or Circa 1943. That's Eldora is actually about a couple that had an abortion.
Really?
And there's only one line that gives that away. It's that we were just two kids with too much life to live. That's a little hint that like the one thing they couldn't get over was the fact that they had this abortion, but we still love each other. Let's figure it out. So I'm coming back west to be with you. And then Circa was just really hard because we had to get the facts right. Mr. Coors was actually difficult as well because it's not the party song that you expect it to be. It's the actual real life story of Adolph Coors when he came over to America.
Yeah.
But Circa was one I really wanted to get right because it's like, how do we tell this story in the right way to where it honors that generation of people, it honors my grandparents, but it also tells a fictionally or an accurate depiction of a fictional story, but historically accurate way.
I feel like, when I first met you, you had like these high energy, different songs, and now you're kind of going in a different direction. I like the direction you're going in, but I want to know if it's like intentional or what's kind of the meaning behind it.
I've always written about what has happened in my life. Like these party songs were happening because I was partying my ass off.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest thing about partying when you're partying. I'm not doing that as much anymore. So it's like, all right, well, how do I write the best songs, which is just me and a guitar. That's what I discovered over the years. Like, you can't hide behind melody and tracks when they're not there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's break it down to just me and a guitar and start writing that way. That was a Go Down Singing in the Cowboys record. This was that on steroids. So yeah, it's just change the process, which is write with the guitar. And that naturally lends to telling stories, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm 39 years old. Like, why would I still be singing about driving a girl around in my truck? Like, that doesn't happen. It's me and my dog now. It's just writing about where I'm at in life.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you said that this is the best music that you've ever made in your career. Do you feel like it is the truest version of Chase Rice, though?
Yeah, I think it's the realest version of me because you're not masking behind a party.
Yeah.
You're actually telling stories about people, and I'm not trying to do what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
We never once thought during this record, like, oh, this person, Morgan's doing this, let's do that. Zach's doing this, let's do that. No, it was just like, how do we tell my stories? And that's what we talked about a lot during this record. It was like, damn, this is a record nobody else could have made, which is a really cool feeling.
Oh, for sure. And if like there's one song that you really want someone to listen to off the track, obviously we want them to listen to all of them, but one specific, which one would you want them to listen to first?
Circa 1943.
Okay.
That's my song right there. That's my favorite song I ever put out.
Yeah.
If there was another one, it'd be ELDORA.
Okay.
And that's going to be a difficult one because it's about a couple that had an abortion, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't want to hear about that. And it's you don't even know what the song's necessarily about if I don't tell you that. So, but it's a really cool story and a really well written song. So those are the two right there that I think are the heart of the album.